We find ourselves in the Albufera, the Albufera of the Arabs. The lagoon, an aquatic oasis in a Mediterranean island where water is scarce. Here is made possible a diverse abundance of life and landscapes. Rainfall in the Serra de Tramontana mountains arrives at the Albufera by various routes. Springs from which underground water seeps, and the seasonal streams of Muro and San Miguel, along which surface water runs. When rainfall is particularly heavy, water bursts from seasonal springs and gushes towards the Albufera. The coastal bar prevents a direct exit to the sea for the fresh water, which is held back as large expanses of inundation. In some places, such as Saberta, the water finds a way out. At the same time, there is filtration in the opposite direction as saline water from the sea enters into the Albufera. This combination of fresh and salt water is what fashions the various environmental characteristics of the wetland in terms of salinity, depth and soil type. Where fresh water predominates, there are large expanses of reedbed, maciega, reed mace and rush. Brackish waters are typified by the Salicornia steppe. A distinctive ecosystem is found alongside the canals with riparian woodland. Dune vegetation occupies the sandy bar which separates the Albufera from the sea. Each one of these habitats has its own flora and fauna, which together constitute the highest biodiversity of the Balearic Islands, or, put simply, the Albufera is the site with the highest concentration of different species, thanks precisely to the presence of water. There are frogs, snakes, terrapins, 26 species of fish, 8 species of bat, a huge diversity of insects such as dragonflies, butterflies, spiders, and some 300 known species of moths. Standing out above all are the 268 species of birds recorded at the Albufera. More than 60 breed. Others pause to rest a while on their long migration haul, and yet others remain the entire winter. But the Albufera is not solely a place for animals and plants. It also has a long history of coexistence with humans, a history inclusive of harmonious relationships and activities leading to the transformation. Local communities obtain food from the Albufera through hunting and fishing, as grazing for livestock, rice, cane, reed, and reed mace for making a great variety of products. These activities, compatible with the life of the Albufera, have alternated with others of greater impact, reducing the wetland area to half its original size. In the 19th century, a drainage project was undertaken, justified on health and agricultural grounds, which brought about a profound change in the landscape. The tracks, canals, and bridges present today are the fruits of that action. The building of the power station at Eersmeerterreer also had its effect on the wetland. But the most significant changes came with the urbanization and tourist development of the 1960s. Hotels, apartments, chalets, streets and roads began to occupy the site, in particular the coastal bar and the northern edge. In order to halt urban development of the Albufera, large numbers of scientists, conservation bodies from throughout Europe and the GOB demanded its protection. Finally, during the 1980s, a series of ecological and judicial studies culminated on the 28th of January 1988 in the declaration of the Albufera Natural Park, the first of its kind in the Balearic Islands. International organizations also recognize the ecological importance of this wetland by conferring a range of designations. Now protected, a new chapter in its history begins, the history of conservation and restoration of the Albufera.